Hi, in this episode of Between the Flowers with Wendy and Kathy, we will be talking about our favorite things. So this episode could also be titled or summarized or things we're grateful for, because we always try to be positive and look at everything as if the glass was half full. And we just wanted to share with you some of our favorite things about the aesthetic industry and about each other and our staff and kind of like our lives in general. So first I'm going to start off asking Kathy a question. What is your favorite, let's say, aesthetic procedure?
Oh my goodness. I'm a big advocate of a full toolbox, right? And that most of you who have ever trained or worked with me know that. I don't think there's any silver anti-aging bullet that we can necessarily implement. But I still believe that our neuromodulators are the number one bang for your buck, probably the least expensive and the entry-level procedures that we all look for. Nobody wants the worry lines between the brows. Nobody wants those telltale wrinkles. However, we can get into the trap of looking 35 from the nose up and looking 60 from the nose down. So there's not any single treatment that we could implement. And probably, I know that PDO threads are one of Wendy's favorite things. I think we both agree on that for sure, because it's just such a natural, it's so natural to pick up the tissue and put it back where it used to be because of facial descent and aging. So, but I'll let her have that one to talk a little bit more about. And I love mid-face dermal filler. I love it because it's one of the safest things that you can do. And it is one of the easiest ways, besides PDO threads, to just restore volume that's lost in the aging process.
Yeah, so Kathy said it already. My favorite thing as far as an aesthetic procedure goes on the injectable-ish side of it is PDO thread. So polydioxanone sutures. There's many different varieties, brands on the available now, and I just love them. For their lifting effect, there's nothing that can beat it. It makes the face look as if you've had dermal filler without that unnatural, fullness look. So it's pretty incredible. There's no bruising, there's no downtime. I love it on myself. We have staff that like to sit in our chair every 6 months and get a little refresher, but having the treatment done once a year or every couple of years is doable as well. I like to do it as an injector. It is literally my favorite thing to do. It is so much fun. And when you hand your patient the mirror, even if you do a halftime report, you start on the side that's not their worst side, right? So you do their better side and you give them that lift and then you give them the halftime report. The wow factor.
Wow is just always the word.
Yeah. So you've just hit a home run and that patient is yours for the rest of their lives when you give them that wow factor. So from an injector standpoint and from a patient standpoint, PDO threads are really my favorite thing.
Anytime you get wow in your chair, it's a good thing.
It's a really good
Unless,
thing.
Of course, it's wow, which we rarely see, by the way.
Yeah, usually it's not wow. It's like silence. Silence is not a good thing. No. So that bears some more discussion. So let's talk about skincare, because skincare goes all along with aesthetic injectable. So skincare, what do you like?
I think the most important thing a person can do is get on a good daily skincare regimen. There's certainly microneedle chemical peels, all of those extra things, but I almost consider those sprinkles on the cupcake. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a huge Epionce fan. I like the products because they're medical grade. It's an easy regimen to follow if you want a basic skincare with only 4 steps. It is the way to go. And if you are maintaining your skin daily, you're going to have less need for some of these other procedures. And many of my customers have heard me say time and time again, why in the world would you invest in a Rolls Royce and never wax it and never condition the leather? Your car's not going to remain beautiful. So if you're investing your money in IPL, microneedle, laser therapies, you need a good daily skincare regimen and sunscreen every day. Even in the Pacific Northwest, I don't know if many of you know, but in the Pacific Northwest, we have the highest rate of melanoma in the country. And I think that's largely because, and you know who's the lowest? Florida and Hawaii. Because people there wear sunscreen every day. And we are in this mindset of, oh, the sun's not out, I don't need to protect my skin. And the number one anti-aging thing you can do for your skin is protect it from the sun.
Yeah, totally agree with the daily care products, and of course using quality products that are medical grade is important. The other thing I really like is just throwing it old school and doing chemical peels. I don't mind the sloughing process. I think exfoliation is huge, and you can get that with a lytic or a retin-based product on a daily schedule, but to just really hit it hard with something that's going to exfoliate your skin, I love to do at least one chemical peel a year and just slough off all that skin. And it's a, you know, we work in an industry where it's not such a big deal, but it is something that the general consumer, the patient working, you know, a normal job, a real job,
A 9-to-5 job.
yeah, has to be mindful of, because I really like to do a very strong chemical peel with lots of peeling and lots of sloughing. That's how I know that it's working. So that's still, I like to do that at least once a year, but I also like to switch it up. So chemical peel one month, IPL the next month, a microneedling the month after that, and just kind of switch things up like that. So really good regimen for your patients as well when it comes to skincare, but also emphasizing that daily care aspect of it well is super, super important.
What else do I love?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about our favorite things as a team, because we have found our yin and our yang, and you'll hear us say over and over that we're our work wives. And so something that as you are experiencing right now in your life or in your career, maybe you're thinking about going out on your own into your own business, but you know, having a partner is sometimes discouraged when you're opening your own business, but I could not have found a better partner in this woman. And my favorite thing about her, well, there's so many favorite things, but I mean, just from her personality point of view, like she's so compassionate and caring, like that's very important, but also her knowledge, like this lady is like the smartest person. And
I've got her fooled.
And if you've taken any of our classes, I totally admit that my anatomical terms, they're not as free flowing as Kathy's. They're not flowing at all. Actually, I'll say the cheekbone, the nose, the chin, the jaw, whatever. And Kathy's throwing out the anatomical words, and she knows everything. And I swear she's like a sponge. And it just really, we've heard this from students, that it really adds to the experience to have, kind of how we bounce off of each other. And it flows so naturally. So that's my favorite thing about you.
Well, I was raised by a grammar Nazi who taught me the word facetious very early in life. Are you being facetious with me? So I've kind of enjoyed, and I learned from my uncle fairly recently that we're both still obsessed with word of the day. So I do like big words and I like vocabulary. I will say one of my favorite things about this beautiful woman sitting next to me is her drive. I have never met anyone with the drive and the ambition of Wendy Pickett. And I will tell you this, I would never have had the courage to start this business on my own. And I needed someone to give me that, she lights my fire under my butt regularly. She keeps me on task because I may know a lot of big words, but I'm also very scattered and forgetful. And I couldn't function in this business without her.
And I think that just kind of brings it around for me. I think why I'm so passionate about this industry and why I'm always looking for new opportunities, and I always feel the need to grow my experiences in the emergency department. So when people are like, oh, you must be an adrenaline junkie, my comeback is always, no, I have a very short attention span. So I'm always looking for the next thing. And in this industry, I've really found what I totally would summarize as my favorite thing about what this aesthetics industry has done for me is it's enabled me to meet the most incredible people and the collaborations that I have with people. And I never knew how much joy I would experience from seeing other people succeed. Just by helping other people become successful, that's worth more than any amount of money to me. That in and of itself is like my favorite thing.
When we finish a basic injectable course, it is magical. And every month that we have our class, it brings tears to my eyes, and I feel like I'm watching all my little birdies fly away and start on this journey into this career that has been so meaningful for me for almost 9 years now. And to be able to share that and get you sleeping home in your own bed and having Christmas with your family and all of those things that a lot of us as nurses have not experienced in our careers, especially hospital-based or emergency-based or wherever you are. You know, the show goes on 24/7, and for us to be able to offer a career choice that allows you that freedom and that time to enjoy your personal life is just so rewarding. There are no words to express what I feel every time I see a new graduating class leave our facility. And then to see them at our national conferences, at our regional continuing education, watching their careers and their businesses flourish and develop, whether or not they've chosen to start their own business or they're working with a plastic surgeon or a med spa or whomever, just seeing them grow and flourish is beyond comprehension. You guys couldn't even know how it feels until you're me.
So we'd love to hear about some of your favorite things. If you want to leave them in the comments below, always reach out to us. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It was great talking to you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this video.
So in gratitude, love you guys.